So Lovecraft seems to be a pretty big theme this year, and I watched a film called The Breach. Now, this is based on a book by Nick Cutter, who, weirdly, I'm actually reading another book of his currently called The Troop. So I was very surprised to see his name attached to this as an adaptation of his novel. And then another name that I was surprised to see as an executive producer and the composer of the music in the movie is Slash himself from Guns N' Roses. Okay, so this is about a cop who it's like his last week in town. Of course, so he's like, I'm retiring tomorrow. No, he's leaving town, go to some, the big city job. And there's this body that turns up and it's mangled beyond. And so he takes his ex-girlfriend. Of course, there's some serious drama going on there. And her ex-boyfriend, who was his friend, but he stole his girl. So there's this love triangle, relationship drama going on the whole time. And they're going to go up to this house to investigate the body that they found to see what the hell happened. What could possibly have done this to his body? And when they get there, they find a weird science experiment that creates, you got it, the breach. Now, you can probably guess where some of this stuff is going. The movie definitely has a lot of focus on the relationship aspect, and most of that stuff is fairly generic and never really connects or lands all that much. It's just kind of standard fare. Oh, you stole my girl, and oh, why are you leaving? I want to be together. And you honestly, you could guess the reveal from that whole thing very easily because it's that added drama that they always throw in. So I'm kind of surprised Nick Cutter wrote something like that, unless they changed the book and added that flavor of romance in there. That absolutely happens with Hollywood, so you never know. But anyway, as far as the horror goes, the Lovecraftian stuff here, we do get some really cool looking practicals at points. The like destroyed body that we get in the opening is really gnarly looking. And then the creatures, the Lovecraftian stuff that comes out of the breach and how they affect the body and all that stuff. The body horror aspect of this is actually pretty cool. Nothing amazing per se, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. Some of the prosthetics and body suits look good. They look good. That's the strongest part of the film for sure. The film still definitely has a lower budgeted B feel to it, and the actors that are in it have that kind of feel to them. But it is very like from beyond, not as good for sure, but it definitely has that kind of flavor to it. Where they're going to this house and they turn on the machine, and of course it unleashes this and whatever. But I think if you're like a big Lovecraft fan, you could spend worse time somewhere else, right? Like this is fine. This is a totally fine watch for Lovecraft fans, people who are into body horror, people who don't mind kind of very generic relationships and relationship drama and cool, not amazing but pretty cool practicals. You could liken this to something like, well, not The Void is definitely better, and the practicals in that are a little better. But I'm just saying, as far as the tone, the flavor, whatever, it is going for something along those lines, and I think it's mostly successful for what it's going for. It is a B movie, and it is like, kind of, I wouldn't say exactly self-aware, but it does come off as a little cheesy at times. But overall, I liked it. I was into it enough. So I think it's worth a watch if you're into this type of stuff. So there you go. You can rent it on VOD currently, and let me know if you do. All right.